All right, so this is going to be an update on my advanced thumb pulling video, which I made about 2 or 3-ish months ago, and I'm going to be explaining a little bit about my results, which my results are insane. To put it mildly. My results are actually absurd. I wasn't expecting results like this. Now, once again, I am actually not a looksmaxxer. I am a healthmaxxer, just to let you guys know. So I do this actually so I can breathe better. That's the main point behind this, but I have seen extremely good results. And not only that, actually the process of mewing has become easier while doing this. So what exactly did I do? How did I do all of that? What's the thumb pulling thing that I'm talking about? If you're interested in all that, go check out the previous video. I'll put a thumbnail of what it looked like before. Yeah, go check that video out. It's found under the bone remodeling playlist. Really interesting stuff. And I was doing that. Now, I actually was originally doing that. Now, just to make sure that this wasn't just some temporary thing after I do the pulling, I made sure that I did about a month and a half of pulling, and I did the pulling that I described in that video for that period of time. It was about 180 seconds or so every single hour, not about 9 times a day. And I did actually manage to get extremely quick results, and I know this because quite literally my molar, the position of my molar has changed, which is absurd. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. Anyways, you could actually see it. I'll try to show it to you on camera. It's a little difficult, but regardless, the position of my molar has changed. Absolutely insane. Now, there is one other thing that is interesting. Now, I did this for about a month and a half, and then after that thumb pulling, I stopped completely. I just completely stopped thumb pulling because I wanted to make sure that it wouldn't switch back into place. So all I did was I did my regular mewing. I didn't even do hard mewing too often, for that matter. I was actually just regular mewing, and the position of the molar actually did not change. It stayed where I pulled it. So that's amazing, by the way. That's really, really amazing. Now, I'm going to show you a little bit of what exactly it looks like. What am I talking about? So this spot right here, these teeth are actually not perfectly in line in comparison to these teeth that I have over here. These are perfectly in line. These are not perfectly in line. But what's interesting is you can tell that the position of my molars have changed because when I smile, okay, I'll do a little smiley here. I don't know if you guys can see it based on the camera angle, but this part right here, you can actually see the two, you see that? I don't know if you can see that back tooth right there. The two back teeth are actually sticking outwards. Now, I'll try to demonstrate this on an upwards angle so you can see that as well. Okay, so these two teeth now, I don't know if you can see that, but that's insane. That means I literally managed to move my teeth based on the pulling. Now, the thing is, this isn't actually symmetrical right now, so that's the only problem. But I did get results, so that's amazing, by the way. That's like insanely amazing, the fact that it happened. Now, in order to fix this, in order to make it more symmetrical and actually to make this part right here also stick outwards, just like this part is doing right now, the non-stagnant part of my face, which is this side right here, and this is the, okay, let me repeat that again. This part right here is the non-stagnant part of my face, meaning the part that's more movable. And this is the part where, I don't know if you've seen in the previous video, but I basically pull like this and I can hear the cracking. But if I do it on this side, I can't hear the cracking actually in the skull. I can hear it in my spine. I can hear cracking through my spine. That's because I'm pulling so hard. I can't hear it on this side. Like I can't hear it inside the skull. But here, I actually can hear it. So I think that means that it's actually changeable and I can like move it around on this side more so than on this side. So that's a really important thing just to let you guys know. Now now that I actually experimented with this and I quite literally see a difference in my teeth, which is, by the way, insane. Not only do I see a difference in my teeth, mewing has become easier. Holy crap, that's insane. So I'm going to be documenting this a little more, but just to let you know, now my thumb pulling routine for anybody out there, I'm going to try to get it back to 180 seconds. Now, the problem is that you actually have to develop the muscle again because like you're pulling so hard, but I will not be pulling where I originally was, just to let you guys know. So where was I pulling originally? Well, obviously, if you couldn't like tell based on the teeth, I was pulling in the back end more so. And you can possibly see it in my face. I'll flex and I'll just like flex regularly and put my face like it is when I'm mewing. So 1 second. So yeah, it is a little bit better, but I will say actually right now my face, I think it's hindered not necessarily as much by the bone structure, it's hindered by the inflammation. Now, if you haven't seen my inflammation video and this puffy face stuff, some people might experience that way more. Sadly, I am in that category. So go check out the Heal Your Gut problems. I'll put the link of the thumbnail, what the thumbnail looks like. It's not a link, but it's what the thumbnail looks like. You can find all of this, by the way, in the Min-Maxing Health playlist. So if you're interested in getting like all the results that I do with my body and my mind, mental clarity, yes, getting Challenger in League of Legends, just changing my diet, which if you haven't seen that, it is literally like that's how I got Challenger. It's literally just changing my diet and brain capacity and brain function significantly improved to the high heavens. And this has to do with ketones. I'm not going to explain the science behind that because all the science actually is all referenced. And I have that in the Real Nutrition Science playlist. So go check that out if you're interested. Everything, by the way, is under my homepage, all under playlists. None of this that I'm talking about is ever going to be paywalled. So I'm never going to paywall my stuff, just to let you guys know. I'm only going to time gate it because I want one video per day. So yeah, that's basically it. But hopefully you guys learned something. I find this extremely interesting. Now, I'm going to be explaining a little bit more about the thumb pulling that I am going to do now in order to fix this correction, because I have actually managed to make the back part grow a bit more, but I want the front part to grow a bit more. So originally I was pulling all the way back here with during the thumb pulling. Now, instead of pulling all the way back there, I am actually going to be pulling much more in the front side. So that's going to be looking a little bit like this. Now, I think there actually is a really big difference between like pulling in the back and the front. And I'm not going to explain too much of it, but I think this is related to like how far the jawbone ends up basically being developed. It's the position of the maxilla will determine the position of where the jaw is, because you basically have to clamp the teeth together, and you have to clamp them together in such a way where, if you don't know already with your teeth, they're bicuspid, which means there's like little ridges, and those ridges have to fit together. And if they don't fit together, I'm going to say right now, chewing becomes extremely uncomfortable. So the body's extremely well adapted in order to like shift and make sure that the jaw matches the maxilla. So that's really important, just to let you guys know. So yeah, I'm going to be pulling more so on the front, not actually in the back as much anymore, because I've already pulled so much in the back and I have noticed results. Absolutely amazing. I don't think there is really anything else to share that I'm aware of, but I will say real quick, actually, no, there is. There's a couple things that I did. If you haven't seen that video on how I sped up this entire process, by the way, I managed to pull that much and get those results on the inside of my face within just a month and a half, which is insane. How did I do that? Everything in the Min-Maxing Health playlist. So what does that mean? That means, to keep it really short, I'll try to simplify this all in this video, but if you're interested in all the details, once again, in the Min-Maxing Health playlist. So I did a couple things. One, I made sure that I was eating meat and only meat. Now, this is extremely important, but not just meat and only meat. Red meat is extremely important here. Now, the reason I'm saying red meat is because you might get keratosis pilaris, and if you start trying to do this chicken stuff and add some other stuff in, and that's basically where it doesn't look good, but it's basically, let's see if I can find an example of it. No, I can't. Damn it. Okay. Well, I did it on myself. I tested it on myself, but I already managed to get rid of all the examples, so I can't really show you anymore. But basically, it'll be like these little polka dots sort of stuff on your skin, right? Now they're like completely harmless, but it's basically just keratin buildup. Yeah, so that's the reason why you don't want to be eating so much like chicken meat and stuff or pork. Stick to red meat, stick to ruminant meat. That's actually the more important thing. It's not necessarily red meat, it's just ruminant meat. If you stick with ruminant meat, like actual ruminants, then you'll be fine. So that's really important. Number 2, iodine. Add iodine to whatever your carnivore thing is. So if you're eating basically meat and only meat, add in iodine. Now, there is some extra things that you can do if your face is still puffy, like mine, for instance. Right now it still is, and I'm waiting for, it's going to take about 3 months for this to go away. I need some things which I talk about in my gut issues video there, once again. So go check that out if you're interested in unpuffying your face, but it's actually related to your stomach and your gut microbiome. And acne, for that matter, is actually related to your gut microbiome. Not going to be explaining all that stuff. So carnivore, by the way, will help dramatically with all that stuff. So you can, if you go carnivore, you'll definitely lean up pretty quickly. And the other thing that I did to speed all of this up, which is the one that I actually am affiliated with because I use their product so often at this point, it's something called Cerule. So if you're interested, go click my link down below, buy it from me, and use my link, or just type in my name when it asks for like who referred you, right? Use my name. My name's Blaze V or Blaze Vanderplug, but you'll probably only find it BLAISE space V, and then it'll like pop down with the search bar, and then you click Vanderplug. Now, I'm gonna say right now, this stuff is insane. This stuff is how do I put this mildly? This is like a prescription drug, except a million times better. Like this stuff actually works from my experience. And I actually have results proving it in my blood markers as well as my GI map, which is like my stomach. Insane. Like it's crazy. So yeah. Now there's a lot of other things that you can do. Sleeping on the floor is one of them. I mean, that's one. There's plenty of things. Once again, if you're interested in all of it, go click the Min-Maxing Health playlist. It'll explain all the science behind how all this stuff works and probably everything that you think is actually healthy and is not healthy, actually. Like exercise is one example. Yeah, you think exercise is actually good? Wrong. It's not actually. Well, it sort of is, but there's a little bit more of a caveat there. It depends on how much exogenous carbohydrates you're exposing yourself to, which you shouldn't be exposing yourself to any because they automatically give you inflammation and produce reactive oxygen species. Not going to be explaining that because that's a biochemistry video. Found under the Real Nutrition Science playlist or Min-Maxing Health playlist. Once again, if you're interested in all that, homepage, looking under homepage, go under the playlists. It'll explain it all there. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching. If you found the video helpful or informative, actually join my Discord. Yes, I have a Discord, so go join my Discord. And if you're interested in like-minded people like you, or even you want to give me things that stuff that you want me to react to, or things that you want me to react to, once again, all in the content request section of my Discord. I am much more responsive there, so go there. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below because it really does help the channel grow. And if you're interested in seeing all of my videos ahead of time, because I will never time gate I will time gate my videos. I will never, ever restrict my videos behind a paywall. Then you can go click the join button down below. Yeah, all of my videos will eventually be available, but once again, members first, because I have to appease the YouTube algorithm because YouTube, congratulations. This is what you've done. So I can't just post my videos the second I get them. I actually have to time gate them, sadly. So yeah, and I guess in this case, it's like sort of beneficial because I made like about $100 from members. So thank you to the members out there. I really don't make that much money. I actually I've already spent so much more money on actually the YouTube channel itself than I've made, which if you're interested in that, I think that video is found under the Cerule playlist. Can't remember, but it's like this supplement is amazing or something. The only supplement that I use. Yeah, that under that video, I explain like how much money I've spent on YouTube and why I don't really have like financial obligations to try to rip you guys off. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.